Hello and welcome to IBTimes TV. I'm Leanna Brinder, Business Editor for the International Business Times. Joining me now is Charlie Mullins. He's the CEO of Pimlico Plumbers. So thanks for joining us today.
Good morning.
Well, kicking off with a National Apprentice Week this week in Britain, it'd be great to know about the company's maybe hiring policies towards young people and what your thoughts are in terms of the importance of apprenticeships in today's society.
Well, certainly, I think it's so important to do an apprenticeship, certainly in a skilled trade today, very, very important. And at Pimlico, we offer a wide range of apprenticeships right across the board, from all the sort of plumbing, heating, drainage, roofing, all the skilled trades, right into the admin departments, into our accounts department, HR department, and even in their sort of PR department, we've got apprenticeships available. We also have a mechanical department where we do all our own vans, spraying and repairs to them. So we're actually looking to put apprenticeships in every sort of department on the company.
Wow. I mean, on a nationwide level for the rest of the country, do you think the government's done enough to really make people aware of the importance of maybe learning on the job through apprenticeships rather than going to university and spending years doing more, I suppose, academic qualifications?
Well, I think the pen is starting to drop with the government now, and they're certainly working with companies now to get more and more positions for apprentices. And I've been sort of working quite closely with David Cameron, George Osborne regarding apprenticeships, and we've come up with an idea where perhaps they should come out with a national apprenticeship scheme and be fully funded by the government. And the other option we've sort of said to them is to turn the job seekers' money into a job allowance, rather than give it to the youngster to sit at home and do nothing, pay it to the employer, who can then put it towards a minimum wage to take on more apprentices. So I would say they're actually starting to work very well. We're also working with Matthew Hancock, the skilled minister, and you know, he's certainly switched on it. He's been along to us, and you know, I think we're getting there now.
So, I mean, on top of apprenticeships, what do you think would be the best course of action for those maybe who have graduated from university but are still out of work and may not have necessarily done the skilled trade route? Is it too late for them to start again, or do you reckon they should maybe look into more the admin side of a trade company?
Well, again, obviously, you know, if they've got a degree in something, they want to put it to some use. But there's, you know, if there is work in that area, then, you know, still go for it. But option to that is, you know, go into an apprenticeship, whether it be in the admin side or on the sort of trade side. You know, certainly the thing, if they get into trades, they're going to have a job for life and earn lots of money.
And let's talk about more again about your workforce, because it's a huge company in London. You have a massive demographic in terms of the different people working for you. And of course, one of the hot topics is migrants taking jobs in London versus British nationals. But you've been very vocal about how important immigration is for your workforce. Can you give us some statistics on why that is?
You know, there's obviously jobs available, you know, and the immigrants are coming over and filling them jobs. And if they wasn't filling them, then, you know, who's going to fill them? So I think until, you know, the government changed the system of making jobs more attractive rather than benefits, then we certainly need them here.
And so do you think it's, because at the moment we've just had the new migrant statistics through, I think it was like last week, and there's actually been a huge surge. Do you see that as a benefit to companies in London?
Yeah, undoubtedly it's a benefit because, you know, as I said, you know, earlier, you know, somebody's got to fill the jobs in, and until we sort of, you know, get work ethics back into sort of school leavers and people that are not in work, then, you know, we need to fill them positions.
So what do you think in terms of how the work ethics differ from maybe those in Eastern European countries that do make up a portion of your workforce? What do you think the difference is between those work ethics and how you gleaned just a moment ago in terms of school leavers in the UK?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, the sort of immigrants are prepared to take on work, you know, at any level. Where, you know, I think, you know, some of their school leavers, it's been sort of drummed into them that, you know, you need to get a sack job what you want, rather than, you know, everybody's got to start somewhere. And I think, you know, we just got to sort of install it back into youngsters, the importance of work, and to start from school leaving age.
Okay, and then in terms of wrapping this all together, you've been working with the government on several schemes with apprenticeships. You're talking about taking on huge different demographic in terms of your workforce, looking towards the future as well. how do you see the economic recovery for business sentiment? Because it seems quite fragile in terms of our growth at the moment. Do you think we've actually turned a corner?
Undoubtedly on that. I mean, you know, for argument's sake, you know, our sales are up 15%, and we're sort of heading towards 20 mil now sales. So, you know, that for us is good, and lots of companies I speak to are certainly improving it. More and more people are employing people, and you know, I actually feel that, you know, if we can get the youngsters into work, the million NEETs out of work, I actually think they're going to be our future. So, you know, I see it as all sort of win-win-win situation.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that was Charlie Mullins. He's the CEO of Pimlico Plumbers.